day number 3 live streaming. How is everyone doing today? We got a couple minutes until market open. I don't know what is going on, but in the overnight we've had barely any movement. I mean, if we look at yesterday, it was super volatile, but at least in pre-market and the overnight, we've had some stagnant price action, which we really have not seen in, I don't even remember the last time that we've had a real low volatility day with almost no movement. Exponential trader, good morning. I did take a couple nice trades yesterday, so after stream, I should say. Let's see where those were exactly. But made a nice amount of change on these accounts yesterday. So first trade was right here. I mean, we had strong uptrend break, new high. I took this lower high right here, wrote it out for 3 3/4 points, and then we had a sort of range structure like that. I got this nice bullish signal bar after we had a downtrend break, couple times to new low, rode that up for 5.5 points. And now I think the market just opened. So we'll see what today has in store. We shall see. Let's go. But essentially, we've been going up, down, up, down. We had this nice strong push down. Lasted about 40 minutes or so. Actually, a little longer. Almost an hour, to be honest. And then we didn't have any test at this new low, so I still want to see a test at about 42.35. But even with that said, can't ignore this strong push up above through the EMA. Now we're getting a first attempt to go higher, potential second entry long. I'm gonna stay out, but essentially we're just in the middle of the range right now, but we have two conflicting patterns. We got one leg down telling us we got to test the low, we got a leg up telling us that we got to test a new high. So it's also possible that, I mean, depending on how you have this little uptrend drawn, it's possible that we already got a slight break and a new high. So now we're below the EMA, so potential trap, potential failed second entry long. We'll see. So yeah, definitely looking to test this low. Let's see what we do. But I think prices will come back 42.35, and then who knows what we do after. But okay, so here's that first entry long, second entry long now, but we're below the EMA. So if we reverse down here, have a nice bearish looking bar, that's the trap I'm looking for. It's just not the excellent signal bar that I was looking for. I would have liked that we closed more towards the low. To me, this signal bar right here looks a little bit too neutral for my liking. And also, once again, so this would have been a 2-point risk. So 2-point risk, I tried to stay out of those trades simply because the data shows, from my own trading, my own experience, I should stay away from those because I'm really sort of break even. Yes, I win some, I lose some, but in the end of the day, over the long term, I'm break even on those 2-point risk trades. But we'll see if this one would have worked out. So essentially, for this to have worked out, I would need it to be successful for a 4-point scalp from 39.50. So if we get down to 35.50, pretty much one tick below this leg down, then that trade would work out. But we'll see if it does, or if we have one more push up and take out these stops, and then push lower. We'll see. But right now, just getting a little sideways. Whenever we have these stacked areas, just draw those mini ranges, mini zones of congestion. All right, all right. And it looks like we're starting to work lower, but we still got this congestion we got to be aware of. Also possible that we're starting a new downtrend. Is it possible we got something wider to look at? Maybe, but very early to draw that. But how's everyone? I want to know how you guys are. Exponential trader, what's going on, man? Potential for a lower high here. Let's see how we close. So very, very low risk bar. And another rejection off that EMA. Looks like we're bound to be headed lower, but we'll see. We'll see if this congestion has anything to say about that. All right, I mean, hey, we're all hoping for some good price action. So we'll see if we get some. Mr. Bill, are you out there, Mr. Bill? I know you gotta be somewhere out there. Sharpion. Good morning. So yeah, it's starting to look like this channel is getting some touches. It looks like, once again, we're just trying to take out these swing lows. The low of the day, or low of the overnight, is exactly 42.35. So looks like we're getting another nice touch of this downtrend. But you'd be going short right into the lows. It is a nice lower high. But here we see we're getting some pushback. All right, but looks like we're bound to get to these lows. We've got a few more ticks. So, I mean, looking back at this trade, we'll see. We'll see if it officially will work out. We got to get to exactly 5235.5. We got to break below this area. All right, and here we go. Few more ticks, and there we go. So, man, maybe I'm too picky. But I'm just trying to stay the course and know where my edge is. So my edge comes from the trades that are not 2-point risks. But I mean, looking back, first, second entry long, failure. All looked good. Only thing really holding me back was, yeah, the signal bar wasn't the best, but also it was 2-point risk, and I try to stay away from those. But here, looks like we had a slight overshoot. Also, potential spot to look for a failed breakout. Let's see what prices do. If we get a higher low, not a bad spot to look for for prices to go higher. All right, we're getting rejected at that EMA, at least temporarily. But honestly, my bias is now that we're most likely gonna trend higher, just based off range rules. So broke out these significant lows. Most breakouts of ranges fail, on top of the fact that we had this overshoot of this channel. Once again, I'm looking for a potential higher low or failed second entry short. All right, no higher low yet. Maybe we'll break below these two bars and get a chance at higher low. We'll see. So there we go. What do prices do now? That's the question. If we do come back and take out this low, definitely means that the bears still want some more movement on the downside. So we'll see. I'm also trying to figure out if we in fact have a wider trend at play. It's just we wouldn't have many touches yet, but who knows? Maybe something like that. We'll have to keep an eye out. So even if we do get a higher low, I'm gonna stay out simply because we had 3 very, very bearish bars. Usually if you have a higher low, you want it to form right after this leg up and preferably above the EMA. So yeah, looks like we're trying to take out all these stops here at 33.50. And we might be headed lower. We'll see. All right, so we took out those stops. Are we in for a nice downtrend? That is the question. We'll see where we bounce. If we get a pullback to the EMA, that'll probably give us an idea of what the correct trend channel is. Might be something like that. But if we zoom out, it does look like a nice channel. So now I'm abandoning this range. I mean, if we come back above the EMA, then we got to reconsider the range. But for now, I'm just looking for a short setup. I'm looking for a second entry short, looking for a pullback to that EMA. So counting from this low, now we went up. This is our first entry short right here. If we get one more leg up and then get rejected, that's what I want to look for. Come on now. Ooh, now we're getting some volatility. Now we're getting some movement. I just want to see a second entry short. I want to see a second leg up. I mean, technically, here it is. We're just so far away from the EMA and from this trend channel. I don't want to force a trade. But also, if you count from this double top, so these 2 bar matching highs, it's also a first entry long, second entry long now. So if we fail and work back lower, it'll be a long trap as well as a second entry short, 2-legged pullback. So these 2 legs are all over the place. All right. So we officially made that second entry short, but I mean, we're just kind of in the middle of no man's land. I'd like to see one more push up to the trend channel we got, or to the EMA, either one. Then I might take a setup. But zooming out to yesterday, I mean, it basically looks like we got a couple legs up at a larger scale. So like one leg like that, two legs, a lot of consolidation. So might be headed back. Who knows? Maybe. I mean, first target, probably these two lows right here. Let's call it 5,200. 5,200. Psychological level. Getting a little congested here once again. So we're definitely making lower highs, lower lows, but just a little bit consolidation right now. So who knows? Maybe we'll get a sort of failed breakout of this mini range. That's what I want to see. There's a break above, test at that EMA. I am on the June contracts. I don't think we're getting much price action on the March contracts. I mean, let's take a look, but we're loading it up. All right, we're still in this little congestion. Let's get a nice failed breakout. That's what I'd like to see. Yeah, this is the March contract. We got nothing going on here. All right. We're getting close to a little breakout. I mean, we got look how many matching highs we have. This bar has a matching high 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars, all at 34.25. Now another one right here. So if we break above that level, hit that EMA, a lot of traders will try to take out those stops, thinking we're just gonna go back up. But in reality, I'm looking for a nice failed breakout. I want to see us break out above here. Come on, let's get it. Let's take out some stops and then work back lower. Okay, there we go. Now, how do prices react? So this is the failed breakout we're looking for. It's just, I mean, the range is so small. I'm not taking a trade in there, but maybe if we got one more push higher, it'll be worth it. Because ideally those failed breakouts will close kind of above the actual breakout area, not directly like in the middle of it. So if you went short here, you'd be going short right into the middle of that congestion. I prefer not to take those trades. Okay, so here we're getting one more push higher looks. Ideally, we break a little higher, then get another opportunity at a short. Okay. Possible, it's possible. We need one more tick. Okay. Now, this is where the money is going to be made. How does this bar close? How does this bar close? We come back lower. This is the short setup I'm looking for. But too big of a bar, to be honest. It's tempting. It's tempting. It is a double trap, so if we break below, I'm gonna try to get in with a short. Because it's a failed breakout on top of the fact that it's a first entry short, second entry short, failure, double trap if we keep going lower. But it doesn't look like we're gonna get that. So no short yet. That bar had just closed right here, right a little higher. I think it would have been a more enticing setup for a lot of traders. Then maybe we would have had the momentum to go down, but those big single bars, it's just a little scary, especially going once again short into the middle of that zone of congestion. Maybe we'll get a lower high here though. Trying to see where exactly this range is. It might just be something like that, a little wider. So yeah, once again, if you take this lower high, it'd be right into the middle of the congestion. So it might work out. We'll see. It's just always risky taking those trades in the middle of all of that mess. Best to stay away. So we're getting a little stagnant, but at least what we've been having lately, every time we have these kind of pauses in price action, it sometimes leads to some big movement. So I'm waiting for a strong leg in either direction. It's coming soon, for sure. This is just a time to build up the momentum. If we zoom out, definitely looks like this is the channel. We're having the break, slowly trying to get to this low right here, 3150. We widen the channel. Also possible that now we got something like that. So we officially broke below that. Let's see. Honestly, we might have a nice strong leg down here. That's what it looks like to me. We'll see if this channel holds up. But once again, I said this is where the money's made. That exact bar right there. So if it's true that this is the third touch of the trend line, I think we're bound to have a strong leg down here. We'll see if I'm right. Maybe we'll get a trap. We get a failed second entry long, break above this doji that just printed, I'm going short. All right. So broke above. It's now a second entry long. Sort of breakout pullback. Just not a great signal bar. But honestly, if we break below here, I think we're bound to just shoot down. Yeah, so we're going. We're off. We're off to the races. Yeah, this short right here just didn't get a break below the bar. I couldn't take that trade regardless, but looking back, whew, could have caught a nice move. At this point, I just want to see a lower high. I want to get in on this. I want to get in on this downtrend. All right, we're getting a first entry short. Will we get another opportunity at that EMA, another pullback to go short? Who knows? We'll see. This move might just go without us. I hope not. But let's zoom out once again where we're at. Approaching the low that we made about an hour and 15 minutes before market close yesterday. All right, getting that. Movement towards the EMA. How do prices react now? That is the question. That is the question. I'd like to see a second entry short. All right, we're inching towards that trend channel line. We're bouncing right where we got this range drawn, the low of the range. Will we get a second entry short? Maybe, maybe. Not yet, not yet. How will the next bar close? So we're closing above the EMA. If this trend channel is valid, we should hopefully get rejected here. We'll see. Now we got another thing to worry about, which is this leg up. So now what I like to do, let's just get rid of that trend, zoom out, see what the price action tells us. I mean, it's confusing. There's a couple beliefs. So, I mean, we have this as the downtrend, clear break, new low, and what we would expect to see if this was the valid downtrend is this strong push above the EMA. So, because we're doing that, and it looks like we're potentially reversing, I'm going to keep this as our trend channel. Okay, so now we're getting that first, second entry short. Now I'm abandoning the short setups, at least temporarily. We come lower, if we officially close below the bar printing, or maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll just get that failed second entry short all in one bar. We'll see. But I'm looking for prices now to work higher. I'm looking for that reversal. So I want to see us break, maybe one tick lower here, like so, and then push up. Will we do it? We'll see. Yeah, so no bullish signal bar yet. Maybe the next one. But okay, here it looks like we're getting that first second entry short failure. We'll see what we do now. Do we have a strong leg up, or do we work back lower to take out these lows one more time? Only time will tell. It looks like we got a potential uptrend like that. So a higher low would not be a bad setup. First, second entry short failure, higher low, confirming that. I'm gonna get my limit order prepared. Where do we close? Where do we close? Alright, I'm gonna try to get in on this. It is a big signal bar, but it looks like we're gonna have a nice push up. Will we get filled? Will we get filled? Alright, so we're in this trade. 3.5 point risk. I'm gonna go for 5.5 points. So we gotta work up to 52.42. But it's a first, second entry short failure. Higher low. So I think we're bound to have a strong push up here. Only thing I don't like is that we went long basically at the high of this push up. But sometimes you gotta risk that if you're expecting a strong move. Otherwise, a lot of times it'll go without you. Good AM, good AM. Good morning, Bill. I knew you were out there. I knew you were gonna be out there. So let's see if we can get a strong push up. Looks like the buyers are definitely here. EMA pointing up. We're getting some very bullish signal bars. Only thing is, we did go long into the top of this little trend channel, but maybe we'll get another higher low off the bottom side. We'll see. Yeah, so maybe we'll push up from here. That's what I want to see. That's what I need to see. Yeah, so potential for another higher low here. It's what we like to see. A strong push down to suck some shorts in, and then if we can get a nice bullish candle here, a lot of shorts will be trapped. Ideally, that's what we want to see. But with this new trading method, the trades definitely take a lot longer to develop than if you compared to when I was going for 1-point scalps. So if you're going for higher rewards, you gotta wait it out. You gotta wait out whatever you expect to happen. Might get taken out. We got taken out, unfortunately. Unfortunately, maybe we'll get a second entry long here, though. But looking back, first, second entry short, nice higher low. The only thing that was concerning was that we're going long right into that trend channel. So yeah, that's why I should have stayed away from the trade. But I mean, it's a nice trade. I'm not mad that I took that setup. Do we get a second entry long here? Not quite, not quite. All right, so first, second entry long. Do we get a higher low? So another thing I was considering was also that maybe I should have done was just instead of bringing my stop below this signal bar, was bringing it below this one right before. So usually if you do see a couple swing lows right next to each other, it's best to just move it a little more down to give yourself some extra room. So maybe if I had done that, it would have worked out, but I don't know. We'll see. If we go up all the way to where was it? I think 54, 42. we go all the way up there, I'm gonna be pissed. So I was considering just bringing my stop a little further back. Should have done that probably. Alright, maybe we will get a higher low of this first, second entry long. Alright, so we got the higher low. It is a slight doji bar, but it's looking bullish to me. So it's a 1 3/4 point risk. So I'm gonna go for 2 points more than that. So it'll be 3 3/4 of potential reward. But we're definitely, in my opinion, trying to come back to these highs. Had this nice, concise move up, break. I'm expecting us to work higher. Here, the only point of risk was the fact that it was a doji type bar, but we closed very close to the highs, which I like to see. We're getting a little stagnant. Looks like we got taken out again, unfortunately. 2 back-to-back losses. We never like to see that. But because we have 2 losses, I'm done for the day. As you can see, I actually can't even place a trade. I got my Guardian Angel trader set up to avoid big losses. But it's unfortunate. It happens. First trade, went long right into that trend channel. Second trade I like. The only thing I didn't like was the fact that it was a doji. But that's going to wrap it up. I'm going to call it a day. We'll be back tomorrow. Peace, guys.